guys, welcome back in. Jean here. All right, today I always get asked what I do with the stuff I buy from Dollar Tree. Well, today I found these different stickers. I took these ones out of the package already, so it's not so annoying. And I'm trying to go without my overhead light because these are plastic pieces. I'll show you. So watch the glare. If I put the light on, we're gonna have a glare. So when I'm working on them, we have more of a glare with that overhead. I'm hoping Jennifer will do her magic in the editing and it won't be too dark for you guys. Just because these plastic pieces. I found these and I'm like, well, these are really cute, and what do you guys want to do with them? Okay, so that's questions I get asked all the time. What I do with some of my things, what would I do with these, So we're gonna make some cards out of these. I thought these were really cute. Let's take this one out of the wrapper so you can see it a little better. So they're just squares. Most of them are 1 inch. This one on here, these ones are a little bit smaller than they had the big ones, different size ones. And then, like this pack, this one is like they're real texturized. They're really cute. So I got one of each one that they had there, and we are going to use them to make some cards. Now I cut most things out because I want to try to get at least one card from every pack done. We are going to start with this one, and we are going to need a base. We're just going to do a white base. And I did the 110 pound card stock. I got to get my tongue working. Regular A2 size. Just going to that ready. Okay, so we need that. No, we don't need that no more. Then I'm going to use a lot of the foils, and this is like a dull foil finish with a texture because I thought they looked really good. And this one's got some purples in it, so I thought we'd use purple. This one is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're going to be putting this one on top like that, just right on top. We're not going to leave a white border on this one. We're just going to put it directly on top. Well, we'll glue that on last. So we're just going to do that. Push this aside. Now, I also cut out these strips. I got 4 of these strips. And they are, let's see, about 2 1/2. 2 1/2? I don't think that's 2 1/2, Jean. 2 3/8 by 1 1/8. So you need 4 of those. I'm going to be using these longer ones, and they are slightly rounded, so I also want to slightly round these. And the reason I'm putting these down, some white background, because if I put these down, you're not going to see it very well. So we're going to put it on a white background first, like that, and then we're going to add these on, just so these will stick out a little bit. So we want to round. I'm going to use my smallest one right here, and we are going to round all the corners. And it gives just a little bitty roundness to them. I'm doing it off to the side a little bit so that we get the pieces away from our project a little. And one more, so you need 4 of them. All right. Like that. Get my glue bottle over here. Now I'm going to pick 4 of those rectangle ones out. I think I'll stick with this one. This one kind of look like hearts. Now you want to put some glue on because they're not that sticky. They're not real sticky. When I tested one, it didn't hold very long. So put some glue on the back, and your glue won't show anyways because it dries clear, so don't worry about it. And I'm I'm just going to center this in the white one. Give it a little border. And the thing with the glue, you got a little bit of time to kind of position it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's give it a little press. Okay, what other ones do we like? I think we'll go with this design also. So just play around with, like, I was able to put them down when I was making up, and let me tell you, I was like really playing with them. I was able to put them down on, I'll show you. I was able to put them down and still pick them up and move them around. And like I said, they're most of them are inch apart, are inch squares. So you just got to kind of figure out your math and readjust things. But hey, I figured out the math for you here. If you want to go get these and copy my measurements. Okay, so we have, I think this is another pattern. When I have two designs on, I'm going to use the two that are kind of more plain. We're going to use those ones. And they got the purple in. So I want to get some purple going here. And now you can turn these into whatever you want. Birthday, anniversary. I kind of did a little of everything for you guys so you can kind of see. I've got birthday one. I got, I think, a thinking of you we're going to do. New Year's one. Just so you can kind of see. You don't have to use it all for birthdays or whatever. And we'll take the last purple one here. And put that down. You don't need a lot of glue, just enough to help hold it down in the long term here. One thing, you don't want it to fall apart after you give it to somebody. Okay, let's bring it in a little bit so you can see. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of position them like that. We'll put this one down here. And then we'll put this one up there. And we'll put this one right here like that. So we're going to do, that's kind of the pattern I kind of came up with. So we're going to kind of do that. Let's glue these down. If my glue bottle wants to cooperate, give it a little border. And I'm looking in the camera. I think that's pretty straight. You know, usually, you know, whatever stickers I buy, when I see these, I really like these, but at the time I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with them. And so I'm like, let's just make some cards to start out with. I bought 2 packs of each so that I can, you know, if I want to make something else later down the road, we can. But I thought, let's start out with the easy things for you guys and show you just plain stickers into cards. You don't need to use them just as an add-on. You can actually use the stickers to make the card. Okay, looks pretty good. All right, so we have that. We are just going to glue that and add that on to our card. And I'm just using a white one here. I'll stand it up and so I can kind of make sure it's somewhat. And I will just smush it down. You know that technical word, smush it down. And if you see like you got a little white like that, because I probably folded crooked, because you know how that goes. Just cut it off if you don't like it. All right. Problem solved. Oops. Because this is like a foil paper, be careful until it dries because it will shift and move on you until it takes a hold. Okay, so we have that. Then I just stamped out, I had a happy birthday to you stamp, and I stamped that out, and I didn't want you guys to watch me fussy cut and everything, so I just cut it out. It's, let's see, where's the stamp? It's this stamp here. And I just stamped it on white paper and then just cut around it. Easy to do. Don't have to be perfect. You know, just cut a little bit around. I got a little corner here. I'm going to round that corner. Because most of it's rounded. I want to round up the rest of it too. Okay. So that we're just going to put in the middle. I'm going to grab my foam dots here. Let's see, we will use, what size do we want to use? This will be good. I'll use my Gina K ones. Okay. Let's pop that up. And I'm popping it up because these are popped up. Because these are slightly dimensional. That is why I will pop them up. So that it kind of matches. And I think 3 is good on this one. And as you guys know, I hardly ever, when I make cards, I hardly ever do the inside because I don't know who it's going to. And sometimes I handwrite my inside. Sometimes I stamp my sentiment inside. So I have a lot of stamps that go inside also with sayings and stuff. But until I know who exactly it's going to, I usually don't do my inside. Okay, so that's our first one. We went from these stickers. Well, Jean's got to go down just a little bit. There we go. I thought that was pretty cool. Now you're seeing the quick version. It took me a couple hours to design these cards and come up with different looks and stuff like that. So you're seeing the quick version. Okay, the next one is going to be, get my little pieces out here. We are going to use a black base for this one. Let's go ahead and score that one. Same thing, so it's 8.5 by 5.5, and we're just scoring down the middle on the 8.5-inch side at 4 1/4. And if you use your scoreboard, you can usually get them to match up. Usually, I'm not saying you can all the time because obviously I don't. Okay. That down, and let me give that another good crease there. Okay, for this one, what are we doing? Okay, so we're gonna end with the black base on top. So I've got this kind of bluish. We are going to use these ones, and there's a lot of blue in it. And I thought the foil papers went really, really well with most of these stickers. So I went through my stash of foils, which I have plenty. This might be a Cricut brand, I'm not sure, but I have lots and they're all mixed in there. I have Gina K's, or not Gina K's, I have Anna Griffin, I have some Crafter's Companion, I have Cricut, I just put them all together. Okay, this piece is gonna match the top, so it's gonna be 4 1/4 by 5.5. So we're just gonna, that one we can glue down right away. And then we'll be putting a black base, but we won't glue that down yet. But we can glue this one down while we design the other one. And let's put my pin back in the glue while we're doing this. And I thought the black base, I did the black base on 2 of them and the white base on 2 of them. If we can get through them all. Okay, put that aside. Then we have another piece. This piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and our card is actually going to go this way this time. So we're going to put this like this. We are going to put a border around. Okay, so we're just going to take them, and I kind of pre-measured before, and I know where they kind of have to go. We might have to readjust them, but I can leave a little border on each side, but not here because of the way the measurements came out. So you'll kind of see that. So what I'm going to do is just, I'll put it up. It does, like I said, don't matter. We're just going to put a bunch of them on there because if we're not perfectly straight, we'll be fixing them in just a minute. We're just going to put them on. And I'm just randomly choosing, no rhyme or reason here. Let's see, that one kind of matches that color a little too much. So let's go with this one. And right to the edge, right to the edge. Okay. And let's see, go this way. And we're just framing right now is what all we're going to do is we're just putting a frame around. Like I said, just play with them, put them down. You can always pick them back up. And let's see, maybe another one, some blue on there. And then I look at it and see if I got about the same amount on each side. And I'm gonna say that's close enough. I could probably go that way just a tad, but in the long run, you're not gonna notice it that much anyways. I'm not gonna worry about it. And then we go up the sides. It's kind of fun just playing with these. And the fact that I didn't know how sticky they were, if I was gonna be able to pull them up, but you can. So I have my samples I've been pulling up, and let's see, I go this way a little bit. I'm starting to go crooked here. You know, you can see that they pull right up nicely. So don't worry about that. And put them down. All right, so now we gotta go along the top. And let's see, that's kind of a greenish. We'll do this one here, I guess. Not that it really matters, but you know. And let's see. And that one looks crooked already, so kind of get that in there better. Okay, I think I want to put this one next to that one. And let's see, we got colors. Take this one. Okay, so now we have this frame. Now what you want to do is, and I won't do it on camera because we did on this one, you want to go back and glue them down now. So I'll just take up like one or so, and now go back and glue them down. I won't take the time on camera because I want to be able to get to all 4 of these. Okay. Then go around now and glue them all down. Trust me, you want to glue them down. Okay. Then I have this one. And then we're going to stamp on the white one. You can stamp on foil, but you know it takes forever to dry. And I don't stamp on foil that much. All right, so let me get over here. We need my stamp. Let's see, we're doing, this one's gonna be a thank you card. So we're gonna put our white one. I just store all my stamps that I'm using right on top there. My corner lined up. And we're gonna put that down. Then we will line up our thank you on here. And I'm gonna try not to get my head in the camera. You guys can't see that yet. Put that card out of our way. Okay, we're just gonna line that up. I'm gonna hope that we're close. Pick it up. This is the We Are Memory Keepers one. I've had this one for quite a long time. I like it just fine. I'm using the VersaFine Black Onyx. I just lightly tap across because you can always do it again. And I cap my glue there off to the side. You don't have to press really hard and, you know, just push it down. And that looks pretty good. Whoops, lost that one. We need that one for later. And I will put that aside. You can take that off now. All right, bring this back. Now we are going to glue this on top of here. Like I said, you can make this a birthday one if you want. Or anything. These would be really cute for men's birthdays because they're so like industrial. Most of these would work really, really good for a man's birthday card. Okay, that's pretty good. Now be careful on foil because it is slippery. So don't try to wiggle around too much. Then we are going to put some glue on the back, cap our glue. All right. Pick it up so I can kind of see. And bring it down just a little, I think. So you can see I got some black border around it, then the foil, then the white. And now when I put it on here, we're gonna be able to see the foil. Our foil kind of matches our, ooh, I glued that one way over, Jean. I wasn't paying attention there, apparently, when I was putting it back down. Or I hit it. Okay, that's better, Jean. Yes, I talk to myself. I scold myself. And we are going to glue this. Give ourselves a little border all the way around. That looks pretty good. And down we go. All right. And now we have this one. I'm trying to keep the glare off. So we went from these little squares to making this card, which I think is really cool. Okay, so let's put that one in our little pile. And next, okay, this one's gonna, it doesn't take a lot of time. I'm kind of going to the easiest to the longest, you know, this one just takes a little bit more maneuvering. Okay, so we have our same card base, exact same card base on all of them. Just some are white, some are black. Okay, and that one we're gonna do in this direction. We can go ahead and put our foil piece down, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, like the rest of them. And I've got this rose color one because we are using these ones, and they have a lot of pinks in it, lighter pinks. So we're gonna use that to bring out the pink in the squares. I can feel a tickle developing, so I'm like, don't do it. I'm on camera right now. Okay. I'm gonna take a drink quick. Not that that'll help, but I slid that one down. Somewhere my measurement was off. So we'll just cut it off. All right, so we have that ready to go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make like a diamond in the middle on this one. Get it in here, everything in here. So you can measure if you want. If I had my other ruler up here, it would be measure better, but I don't measure. So, because you need to go about 2 1/2, 2 1/8. I don't measure. So what we want to do is we want to start. Now here I've had to replay with them. And it's going to go, the diamond's going to go from one end to the other end this way. I'm just going to kind of, and I don't care if it's down a little bit, up a little bit. I don't really care about that. I'm just going to add my line across here. And this is where I had to kind of redo because they weren't exactly straight in there. But I just lay it down. Okay, and then we're going to put, so basically we're making a square the opposite way. I could tell, see this one's a little crooked, so that one won't fit in there. So this one you got to play with a little bit more. So I kind of put it in and then kind of put that one back. And let's go ahead and finish that square off. That. I'm just gonna lightly put you there. I'm gonna put this in there. And put that back, and then we need to put one in that spot there. So that'll be the top of our diamond. And don't worry if it comes out a little off to the side, which I can see mine's kind of coming up, it's going off to the side. Might be more than I want to do. Which does happen because, you know, if you have one piece that's kind of not right, you know. So this may not be your favorite one to do, but it might be your favorite one to do. So again, I just kind of lay them in there. See, this one did take me a little bit more time to deal with because it involves a little bit more precision. Okay, though I got too silver there. I don't want that. It's too much silver. And let's see if we can get this one in the top here. And let's see what we got. So we've got a lot of pinks and purples in it. And what else do we want to use? Oh, I want to use this one. This one's got a little bit more color to it. I'm going to put that in there. And we're going to call this pretty good. Okay, so then we have this so far. And then we are going to take and put one in each corner. And we're just going to kind of put it like that. Just put one in each corner. I guess you can see I got my diamond off a little bit, but it's not going to matter because we're putting it on a, you know, a card base anyway. So, but if you wanted to redo it, you just redo it and kind of shift everything backwards, back that way a little bit. But in the long run, we're not going to worry about it. Okay, so let's put our sentiment on first before we put it in there. And hopefully it's not too bulky. So we are going to put best wishes on this one. And we're just going to line that up right there toward the top. All right, grab it. Ink. Good, perfect. Oh, I say it's perfect, you know. And there's my sample one. Maybe we want to use our sample one because I'm more straight. Yeah, don't worry. You don't have to do this. You know, you don't have to be perfect. But we'll use the sample one. And put in so I can show you both. Since I have the sample one made on that one. Okay. And then you can see what it looks like even if you make a mistake and don't get it perfect. This one's a little bit more perfect. Okay. Although, are we ever perfect? Okay. All right. That one's got more of the pinks in it too. All right, now all we're gonna do is remember to, at this point, glue these down. So like these ones I did glue all the way down already. Make sure you glue them down. I'm not gonna take the time because we're at 30 minutes and I have my favorite one I wanna make yet for you guys. Let's make sure my card is the right way opened And this one we're going to center so we can see some of the border around it. Looks pretty good. And there you have, see, this one I got more of the pinks in it. Okay, all right, now the last one with our gold ones. This is going to be the New Year one. I thought these ones here were perfect. Black, gold, and the white. The first thing I thought of when I seen those was a New Year's Eve card. So that is what we got going on here. And it's not too difficult. Black again on this one. Almost ripped the paper because I was a little, yep, like Superwoman there. Okay. All right, put that aside. We can put the gold on right away. 4 1/4 by, I think I folded my card wrong again, so I did. So let's cut that off. I'm having issues with my cards today. Also, because I got my other scoreboard up here also, and I like my other one better when I'm scoring cards. All right, now let's glue that one down. Have that ready. Okay, that's ready to go. Then we're going to take a black piece, and that one's going to be, again, the 4 by 5 1/4. Some of our stuff out of our way. And all we're going to do is take these, and we are going to put 2 rows on the bottom and 2 rows on the top. And so we're just going to randomly, and I know that I can put a border this way, but not that way. So I'm going to go right about here. There we go. Then we're just going to kind of mix them up. And let's go with this one. Okay, and then we're going to go on top of that and put another layer. And try not to get, let's do this one that's almost all black here. And let's see who we want next. We don't want too much gold because that one's got a lot of gold in it here. And then we'll take and end with a solid gold. Okay, and now we'll flip it to make it easier for me. Let's see, I think I'll start with a gold. And they're fun to play with, to see what you can come up with. Let's see, maybe take this one instead. And let's get more of a white one here. I think I like that one there better. I think I want this one here. More white. And let's take this one. That's the hardest part. Let's like, what should we put? And we'll take this one, put there. All right, so we have that. Now at this point, if you're happy with it, glue your pieces down. So now I'm going to take and glue, we're gonna glue that. And I already stamped on this one. I stamped it out already. we're gonna glue that. So this piece is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4 for the gold piece. And then the top piece with the sentiment on is 3 1/2. Did I say 2 3? That's 3 3/4 by 1 1/2. Did I tell you the right size on this one? It's 3 3/4 by 1 3/4. I think I might have said 2 3/4, but so now we're just gonna glue you on top of you. And center that the best you can. And then we are going to, I think I won't pop this one up. I think I like how it just sits down in there like a puzzle piece almost. Okay, and now we just give a little border of black all the way around. Preferably not crooked. Okay, and then we're gonna put that on top and give a border of the gold. I think this is my favorite one. And put that on. Okay, let's move some of our stuff so I can get the other cards in here for you guys. See, New Year's ones is one I definitely just handwrite because I don't have any sentiment ones for inside. I put a piece of white paper down first. I don't have any sentiments. New Year's, I don't send out a real lot. So that's one I would definitely handwrite in. Best wishes is one I would definitely handwrite in. Thank you. Of course, most of the time I always handwrite because you're thanking them for something that they helped you with or did, or, you know. And the birthdays depends on the person if I'm stamping a sentiment inside or not. So how do you guys like these? What's your favorite one? And bring you down. And let me know if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this where I use, you know, stickers and different things from Dollar Tree and stuff like that to make things, you know. I thought these turned out pretty good. I think that this was really my favorite one. And I like this one too. This is a good men's one. Okay, guys, we'll let you go since we're at 38 minutes. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments below. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.